Welcome to the Mohawk Super Bingo Baseball Game of the Week here at the Hospital Ball Field in Kahnawake. Beautiful 30-degree day. I'm Brandon Bordeaux. Not as hot right now, obviously, with the sun setting over, but still 28, feeling like 31 degrees. It's going to be a hot one, and hopefully the action will be just as hot as the 5-3 DDO Blue Jays, currently 5th in the league, come in to take on the 3-2 Warhawks, currently 7th out of 17. Mohawk Super Bingo is back and open and a proud sponsor of tonight's game. Whether in person or on Zoom, head on down for the Grand Slam that'll make you possibly thousands in your pocket. Mohawk Super Bingo. And Cage McCumber catches the inside corner for strike one against Alex Fema. Zach, Nathan, and Adam Gonzardi kicking things off for the 5-3 Blue Jays, wearing gray with white trim, obviously on the road tonight. Ball misses, and it's 1-1. Jay Kramer hitting 4th, and then Gabriel Rovito in the number 5 slot, should he be coming up, as the 1-1 coming up here from Cage is actually not inside, but behind the batter. This the first start of the season for number 39 in red. He has come in relief. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. That's upstairs and away, and it's now 3-1. Keys for DDO obviously coming in. While they draw a lot of walks, this team, so make the Warhawks pitchers work. And meanwhile, for the Warhawks here, got to get that offense in gear the other night against Pierrefonds. As you see, ball 4 miss. They just kind of ran out of gas at the end. They scored 3 runs in the first and did not score another run for the next 4 innings. And they left, in those 5 innings, they left a grand total of 14 runners on base. Not winning games if you're doing that. Ball 1, low and away.
Get Alex off the base, every pitch. Alex, every pitch.
So Zach Nathan steps in. Top of the first inning, no score. I don't think you're going to be seeing that on the Warhawks season highlight film at the end of the year. We're back to action at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Cage sets. Fouled back, and now we've got an even count. 1 ball, 1 strike. We have a timeout on the field. Coming up on Wednesday night, this same U-13 team will be in action taking on the Lachine A's starting at 7 o'clock at Park LaSalle. Saturday, a doubleheader on tap for you here on Baby Blue Memories. First at 10 o'clock, the U-11 Girl Warhawks playing host to Kahnawake. Then at 1 o'clock, the U-18 midget baseball team in action, as there's a comebacker to third. The throw to second. In time, but there's no force at first. It's a fielder's choice. 1 down. And now stepping into bat is Adam Gonzardi, number 14. So Fema was forced out at first. Zach Nathan over at first base now on the fielder's choice. There's strike 1 right down Broadway, and it's 0-1. Jake Kramer on deck, hitting in that 4 spot. There's the 0-1 on the way from Cage McCumber. And again, Zardy takes a big swing, misses, and the force is still in play. Nathan a little indecisive in whether or not to go for second. He's got Brascoop catching behind the plate. Stacy at second, Norton at short. Jordan Norton at first. And that misses away. There's no hesitation here. And he is gone to second. That takes out the force over at second base. Now the play only really at first. That misses. Now there's a runner going to third. Now it's 2-2. Runner on third, one out. No score here at the hospital ball field. The 2-2. That misses away. And it loads the count of 3-2. And that is going to be going into the books as a hit by pitch. Even though it could have been ball four, either way. Ganzardi is aboard fighting back from an 0-2 count, and that brings up the cleanup hitter, Jake Kramer, with runners on the corners and one out. Last Friday night, the Warhawks down 4-3 after one inning. Actually had very good pitching all around and good defense, just they were not able to break through, not scoring a run after that first inning. That misses outside, and it's 1-0. Gabriel Oviedo on deck for the Blue Jays. That's not going to hit the plate. They're going to go for second. And the throw actually hits Kramer, or sorry, hits Ganzardi, who takes out the force at second. And now there's only a force available at first. So the two runners are in scoring position. Neither has to run here, as there's only one out. On the ground, they're gonna run, and it gets through to the outfield. That's a base hit. Barnes picks it up, throws it in. Runner's going, and there's gonna be a second run scoring. It's cut off, and the throw back misses. It goes into the outfield. Miscommunication. And it ends into the books as goes into the books as a two-run scoring, a double, and then an error.
Only one runner, Cade. You gotta pay attention.
So the first error of the night. Runner on third with one out. And Rovito steps in. Takes strike one on the outside corner. Good pitch from Cage. It's 0-1. That was a hard hit ball right to Dial Beast. Ball misses away, and it's now 1-1. So 2 on the board for the Jays here in the top of the first. Team 5-3 coming in to tonight. Warhawks, of course, 3-3-2. 2 points back in the standings. And that's hit well to center. Knocked down. 1 run scores. It's going to go in the books as a long single. And the Jays are up by 3.
Guys are too far back.
And the Jays have put up a third run and lead this one 3-0. And Adam Kierman will step in for DDO as we have a little bit of a delay.
He jumped for those ones second.
So Adam Kierman should be up right now for the Jays according to our game sheet, and that's exactly who's going to head up there right now. Andre Valladolid is coming up next, but right now The attention is on this batter, and that one misses. Runner's on his way to second, and he will get there. Rovito picks up an extra base. 1 out. And here's the pitch. And there's a swing and a cut. That evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Pierman represents what would be the maximum 5th run of the inning for the Jays. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 2, and it's now 1-2. Valladolid on deck. Number 11 in gray. And that's strike 3. Cage McCumber gets a big second out. And Valladolid will step into bat for the Jays. He now represents what would be the 5th run of the inning, but now there's 2 down. Plays at first, as they say. Rovito definitely running as that is in there, and it's strike 1. It's 0-1. 3-0 Blue Jays, top of the 1st inning here at the Hospital Ball Field. 1 error for the Warhawks in this inning. And that one hops a bag, it's 1-1 the count. Only 1 hit, 2 hits for DDO in this inning. They have a runner in scoring position at second, 1-1 count, 2 down here in the top of the 1st. 1 hops the bag, and now it's 2 balls, 1 strike. This team will be in action Wednesday, the Warhawks visiting Lachine. Game time 7 o'clock at Park LaSalle 2. Kind of strangles that imaginary LaSalle-Lachine border. And that catches the outside corner for strike 2. Now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's an even count. And Cage McCumber just 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. The 2-2. Off the plate, too high, and now it's a full count, 3-2. Good eye from Valladolid. Brandon Karopatkin on deck for the Jays. The full count. That's strike 3, and that will do it for the top of the 1st inning. The Jays score 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 left on base as we head to the bottom of the 1st. Warhawks down 3-0, but looking to get back into this game. This game brought to you by Mohawk Super Bingo. You're listening to Baby Blue Memories. We're back at the Hospital Ball Field. Baby Blue Memories, bottom of the 1st inning. This the U-13s. DDO up by 3. Warhawks coming up to bat. Sending up a lineup which features Brass Scoop, Jackson Norton, Joran Norton. 1, 2, 3. They'll be going up against Zach Nathan, making his 3rd start of the season, number 10 in gray. That's the Blue Jays, 5 wins, 3 losses coming in. And for those of you wondering how many pitches you're allowed to throw, quote unquote, if, say for example, you play 100 innings in a season, and I just use 100 because it's so magical, you're only allowed to pitch a quarter of those innings. So if you have a 100 inning season, you can only pitch 25 innings. As Brass Scoop swings at the first pitch, fouls it off, and it's 0-1. He's leading off. Jackson Norton on deck, and then in the hole is Joran Norton, 38. The first baseman, or at least that's how it is to start. And there's a swing and a cut. Brass Scoop not able to make contact, and it's now 0-2, and quickly Nathan's ahead. Here's the 0-2. That That misses, and it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 strikes.
Warhawks have not scored a run in their last 4 innings, going back to the game on Friday night. And again, in that 5-inning game, they left 13 runners on base. Now it's 2-2. The Yankees in that game, by comparison, left just 6. And that would basically turned a 9-run game, turned a close game into a 9-run win for Pierrefonds Friday night. And now Brascoop has battled back into this count. It's now a full count, 3-2. As the 6th pitch of the at-bat is coming up now for Nathan. He winds and digs in the 3-2. And Brascoop hits a comebacker. Nathan knocks it down. This is going to be a close play. Got him at first, and that is the first out. Sorry, Alex Fema, the starting pitcher tonight. Not Nathan. Nathan wearing 20. And that one inside on Jackson Norton. Want to know? Warhawks down by 3. This game brought to you by Mohawk Super Bingo. Talk about a grand slam now. Reopen 2-0 on Jackson.
2 balls, no strike.
Talk about a grand slam. You can win in person or on Zoom. They're open every day from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. to pick up your cards as the 2-0 comes. And now it's quickly 3 balls, no strikes.
3-0.
That's ball 4 and a 4-pitch walk to Jackson Norton. And the Warhawks have their first runner on. And in steps number 38, Joran Norton. Last game we featured, Norton had 2 hits. That was a 15-12 loss against the Red Sox of Pierrefonds. Norton a 1-hopper. It's knocked down, but it's a little too close to first. We have a collision. That's going to be the 2nd out. And we have an injured Warhawk on the sideline. Hopefully he's just winded. We're going to take a pause for the cause here. Well, the injured Warhawk, Joran Norton, back. Went back, walked on his own power. Obviously might have been winded. There's strike 1 now on Cade Stacy. Runner on second for the Warhawks. 2 outs. Stacy hoping to get a big hit here. Keep this inning going. And he swings and misses, and now quickly behind in the count. It's 0-2.
Up like this.
Said to FEMA, this is his 2nd start of the season.
So far back, that man. Rest it back there.
And Cade decides not to go for it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That misses, and Norton's going, and he's in there. Now the first run potentially for the Warhawks is that much closer. That misses, and now it's a full count. So good job by Stacy fighting back here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that's ball 4, and a good job by Stacy fighting back in that at-bat. It was down in the count 0-2. And here steps Cage McCumber, the pitcher, trying to help his own cause here. Wasanagete Lahash on deck. Warhawks are going to sub out first base coaches because Kahnawake Gabriel, who was on first, would be the the third hitter as Cage cuts and misses strike one. The 0-1. Okay, and that's hit well to center. Base hit. And that might cause a little more problems for DDO. Runners are on the corners. And runners going. The throw. He's in there. He scores. Cade Stacy with some aggressive base running. And the Warhawks are within one. Now it's 3-2 as Cage McCumber with a 2-run single.
Nice one, King!
And here steps in Rosanagete Lahash. Skied into foul territory. And that'll cause the Warhawks to get up and avoid being hit. That's why you keep your glove on when you're over there. No balls, 1 strike. The Warhawks now within 1. It's 3-2, and the potential game-tying run at first. And Lahash not able to make contact with that. Actually, he did, but they say it's a foul tip for strike 2, and it's now 0-2.
2 strikes.
0-2 on Lahash here. FEMA trying to get out of this inning with his team in front. Not going to be here. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kahnawake Gabriel on deck for the Warhawks. And it's not going to be here either. It's now an even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That misses, and now runners going. The throw to second. Not being timed, and we've seen that how close McCumber may have been to coming off there. It's one thing you always got to remember, but now that means that the tying run is in scoring position. And he's not going to have to go for it here, does Lahash? Runners on first and second. 3rd walk for the Warhawks this inning, and Kahnawake Gabriel is on deck in a big spot here. Runners on first and second. And he hits this one right up the middle. It goes through. It's a base hit. And the runner is not going to go. And I think that was a good decision. Base is now loaded for the Warhawks. It's a single for Gabriel. And now Casey Delaboost will step in.
Way to put the brakes on, Cage!
In a big spot. Takes ball 1 upstairs. It's 1-0. Jaden Norton on deck for the Warhawks. That's in there, right down Broadway. Good pitch from FEMA. It's an even count, 1-1. The 1-1. Misses away, and it's now 2 balls, 1 strike. Hit well to center, it's caught! What a grab on the run by Bryce Lazar, and that will end the bottom of the first inning. Warhawks leave the bases loaded, trailing by a score of 3-2 as we head into the top of the second. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. We welcome you back to the Hospital Ball Field, top of the second inning. 3-2 lead DDO Blue Jays over the Kahnawake Warhawks. This the Mohawk Super Bingo game of the week. Cage McCumber starting his second inning of work, going up against Brandon Kahnawake. He was over, and then FEMA will be the three for sure that we will see here in the top of the second. There's a cut and a miss, strike one. It's an even count here, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 Blue Jays out of the lineup tonight, and 1 Warhawk not here. That's number 17, Marcus Rice, not
Guys, let's get ready.
here tonight. 3-2 DDO. And that misses away. It's now 2 balls, 1 strike. Warhawks will be back here, back on the road Wednesday. Another Super Bingo game we'll have for you at 7 as they visit the Lachine A's. These two teams quite close in the standings, 5th and 7th respectively. Now it's 3 balls and a strike. And Kahnawake has himself a comfortable edge here.
Get ready, guys.
That's too high, and that's ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk here in the top of the second inning.
Remember, if you want
Rice will absorb the call-up.
the bag,
The call-up for the Blue Jays from the U-9 team, I believe, is in there. Or the U-11 team, sorry. Runner on first.
let's get it, there. Come in a bit.
That's in there. It catches the outside corner. 0-1 the count. FEMA at the dish to, sorry, on the on-deck circle. That misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Get ready to move, guys.
1 ball, 1 strike. 1 runner on. 1 run game. 3-2 DDO here in the top of the second inning. That's a little too high, and it's now 2 balls and a strike. The pitch. Behind the batter,
Get ready. Get ready.
and the runner decides not to go.
3-1.
But as you heard the ump say, it's 3 balls, 1 strike, so we might have ourselves a free pass anyway.
Get ready, kid. Russ.
Coach just gave Lazar the green light. That floats in there, but not in the strike zone, and we have ourselves a second free pass of the inning for the Jays. Here's Alex FEMA, who walked back in the first inning.
Right there.
Outside and away, 1 ball, no strikes.
Here we go, Alex. Here we go. Want to go on a ground ball. Brandon, want to go on a ground ball. Here we go.
That catches the outside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Stay off the base longer, Brandon. You don't have to go back.
The position changes for the Warhawks. Gabriel has now moved to short. Cade still at second.
1-1.
Norton now at third. And the ball misses, and Norton's going to be put to the test here. The throw down the third baseline, not in time. It gets to the outfield. And the runners are both now in scoring position for DDO. Good throw down that third baseline by Brascoop.
Gracie, you gotta watch him, eh? Ground ball, these guys. Wait till they
That was given some instructions. Basically, Ronnie Stacy saying touch first, then go home. Get the sure out, and then try to go for more. That 1 hops the bag.
Here we go, Alex. Here we go, Alex.
And it's now 3 balls, 1 strike. And that misses for ball 4, and the bases are now loaded for DDO. Here's Zach Nathan, 0 for 1 on the night. Hit it to a fielder's choice and scored a run back in the first. Blue Jays threatening. And that's upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Cage has got to do the same pitch again, just a little more downstairs.
Come on, Gonzardi, let's go, warm up, let's go. Sit there.
Feel much better after that, if he can get a strike here. The 1-0. Misses away, and now it's 2 balls, 0 strikes.
Come on, Kate. Put it in there. Get ready, Russ. Data.
That's skied in the infield. That's caught, and it's a first out that the Warhawks desperately needed. No runners score. And in steps Gonzardi. No official at bat, hit by a pitch and scored a run back in the first.
Get ready.
And there's strike 1 and a crucial first out for the Warhawks there. I'm willing to bet if they get another out here, it would be called even more crucial.
Get ready, guys. Any bag.
0-1 coming up to Gonzardi.
Gotta go on the ground. 5 ball, you tag up. Here we go.
And there's strike 2, and quickly it's an 0-2 count. Don't underestimate how much that could do for a pitcher's confidence too. When you get a first out like that, even if you're in a jam like McCumber is right now,
On your toes.
the 0-2. That's too low, and it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yankees 3 runs on 2 hits, or Blue Jays, sorry, 3 runs on 2 hits with 1 Warhawk error. That's hit on the ground to third. It gets through to the outfield. Barnes comes in,
Right.
and now it's 5-2 as 2 Jays score.
Don't give up on that ball, guys. Here we go, Jakey.
Runners on first and second, now with 2 DDO runs in, 1 down, and here comes Kramer, who had a big hit back in the first inning. Drove in 2 runs and scored a run himself. Runners on first and second, 1 out. 5-2 DDO leading. Misses. Now the runner's going to go to third. The throw down the third baseline. They don't make the tag. And the runners each advance.
Guys, spread out here. Too much going action. Let's go, here we go.
Way to
1
go,
out.
Russ.
Let's go, Big Jake. Foul ball here.
Kramer represents what would be the 5th run of the inning, the max for the Jays. Upstairs.
No strike.
And it's 3-0 quickly here on Gonzardi.
Green light, Jake. Green light.
Or sorry, on Kramer, who's been given the green light by the coach to swing at something good if it's down the middle. It's not something he'll swing at. Instead, it's a ball 4, and now the bases are loaded. And we have a timeout called by Ronnie Stacy. This game brought to you by Mohawk Super Bingo. Back and open, but you could still win online. It's like a double. Want to make it a triple? We're open all day. Want to make it a 9 to 5 every day? Want to make it a grand slam? Win in person or win online with Zoom. Mohawk Super Bingo, located on the 138. If you're heading over the Mercier Bridge, it'll be the last building on the right-hand side. Bases loaded, 5-2 Blue Jays leading, and now stepping in is Gabriel Rovito. He is 1 for 1 on the evening. Top of the second, 5-2 Blue Jays looking to put up another at least one, but hoping for 3. Hit well, and that gets through to the outfield. Lahash picks it up. 1 run scores. The runner's going home. The throw on the money. Safe. He got in there. Good throw by Stacy at second, but unfortunately the Warhawks just not able to get the play. And now DDO has put up 4 here in the top of the second inning. It's 7-2. And Kerman will step in here. And that's off the plate, 1-0. And with the score 7-2, there's no longer a steal in play for the Blue Jays, I believe.
Here we go, Adam. Hit it hard, Adam. Ready, ready.
Here's the pitch. Not in there.
Adam, if you're hit it now. Let's go. Ready, ready.
Okay.
1 out here. That's in there. Floats into the strike zone for strike 1. Runners on second and third, 1 out.
Come on now.
Kierman struck out back in the first.
Okay.
And that's strike 2. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Adam, watch it. Here we go.
Andre Valladolid on deck for the Blue Jays. That misses inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's on a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
There you go, Adam. Let's go. Hit.
Come on, guys. Get ready, Lily.
Here's the pitch. That's not at eye level, and it's ball 4, and the bases are now loaded for the Jays.
Here we go, Andre. Here we go.
And with 1 out,
Hit it hard, Andre. Watch that ball.
Come on, guys. Let's get
unless there's a strikeout or no runners advance here, this will be the final batter of the inning unless the Warhawks get a clean out, which means nobody scores.
Come off the base. 1 out. We got 1 out.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Again, only a strikeout or a play that does not advance a runner home or result in a second out will be. This will be the final batters. It's a foul tipped. Strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Come on, watch the ball. Hit it hard. Hit it hard.
So if Valladolid were to strike out or to pop up and nobody else would be caught, then the play inning would resume. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Here we go, Andre. Here we go, buddy. Go, Andre. Give it a right, kid.
The pitch. Inside, and now it's 3-1.
Here we go, Andre. Here we go now.
Come on, guys. Wake up.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. And that misses, and that'll result in the 5th run of the inning for the Blue Jays. DDO puts up 5, and that's going to do it for the top of the second. Warhawks in a 6-run hole coming up in the bottom of the second inning. Jada Norton, Lily Barnes, Ethan Brascoop, you're watching Baby Blue Memories. We're back with the bottom of the second inning. Kahnawake Warhawks U-13 trailing by a score of 8-2 against the DDO Blue Jays, and we will have coverage for you. More action Wednesday night As there's strike one right down the middle, 0-1. More action for you coming up Wednesday night at Park LaSalle 2 when this U-13 team will visit the Lachine A's. And that misses outside 1-1. Game time 7 p.m. Warhawks against the A's. And of course Saturday, U11 girls action as they will take on Kahnawake as Norton gets a good cut but misses, and it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is FEMA's second inning of action. That misses, and now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the Blue Jays max out in the second. They lead this one 8-2. Not something the Warhawks aren't familiar with. In fact, in 2 of their 3 wins this season, they have come from behind. And that is strike 3 and a first out for the Warhawks. Ethan Brascoop on deck, Lily Barnes at the dish. Jays 8, Warhawks 2. Barnes fouls this one back. It's now 0-1. Good cut. Good cut by 26 in red. That's low and away. Ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Azar has moved over to second. That's a miss. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Nathan, who was at second in the last inning, has moved over to short. That's low and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's an even count here. Brascoop on deck for the Warhawks. He grounded out back in the first. And it's a little high, and it's now a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. This is the second straight inning, though, where the Warhawks started off with an out. Kind of highlighting the offensive struggles that this team has had. They left the bases loaded back in the first. And that's ball 4, so Barnes comes back. And we have a runner aboard for Kahnawake. Ethan Brascoop stepping in, 0 for 1, grounded out back in the first inning. There's ball 1. It's now 1 ball, no strikes. Gotta watch the steal over at second. The Warhawks are the ones down by 6, so obviously the steal's still in effect for them. Now it's upstairs again. Good catch back there. It's 2 balls, no strikes. And that misses. Quickly, it's 3 balls. Warhawks down by 6 here in the bottom of the second inning. Trying to put the rally caps on. Brascoop hits this one up the middle. It's scooped. And the throw! They get her out at second eventually, but that's a second out. And here comes Jackson Norton, who walked and scored in the last inning. 2 outs for the Warhawks. On the ground to short, and that is going to do it. And that's going to do it for the bottom of the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on for the Warhawks as we head into the top of the third inning. Blue Jays 8, Kahnawake 2. We're coming back with the top of the third. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. Welcome back, top of the third inning. This game brought to you by Mohawk Super Bingo, DDO Blue Jays, Kahnawake Warhawks, U-13 action. The Jays up by 6 as we head into this top of the third inning. New pitcher for the Warhawks. As there's a foul tip for strike one. Welcome to the mound, Jada Norton, replacing Cage McCumber, who went 2 innings. And Norton's position at third has been vacated, or at least we have a new replacement in there as Barnes moves from left field to third, and Delabuse moves from first to left. So Jordan Norton is sitting this inning out defensively for the Warhawks. And that is strike 3, and Jada Norton welcoming herself to the inning. Here comes Brycey Lazor, who has walked and scored and hits this one well down the left field line. That's where you want to go, opposite field.
On the bag, Gracie, on the bag, on the bag.
And it's a double. And here's FEMA, who has walked twice and scored once. No official at-bats. Blue Jays 8, Warhawks 2. It's upstairs and ball 1, 1-0.
Alex, you don't have to choke up. Up to you. One you can. Up to you. Ready, ready.
Skied into center field. It's caught in center field for out number 2. Jackson Norton right under it, makes the catch. No runners advance. 2 down, and Zach Nathan will step in. 0 for 1 popped out in the last inning, reached base on a fielder's choice. Actually 0 for 2, but has scored 1 run. So 2 quick outs here for Jada Norton in her first inning of work. Another big absence for the Warhawks, Marcus Rice, who is one of their better arms. On the ground, right back to Norton. Throws it to first. There is out number 3. And that does it for the top of the third. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on, or a runner left on second for the Jays. We're coming back with the bottom of the third, 8-2 DDO. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. Bottom of the third inning here at the Hospital Ball Field, 8-2. The DDO Blue Jays leading the Kahnawake Warhawks in this U-13 matchup. Right down the middle, strike number 1 thrown by Nathan in his third inning of work. He'll face Jordan Norton, Cade Stacy, Cage McCumber. 1-1 on Jordan, who hit into a grounder back in the first. Now it's 2 balls, 1 strike as that pitch is a little low. Coming up Wednesday, of course, we'll have coverage for you at 7 o'clock. Park LaSalle 2, Warhawks and Lachine A's. But plenty of baseball in between then and now. 3 balls, 1 strike on Jordan Norton. That's outside, and Norton reaches base. And for the first time this evening, the Warhawks have a leadoff runner aboard to start the inning. And in steps Cade Stacy, walked and scored back in the first. Ball 1, it gets away, and Norton's on his horse, and he'll be in there standing up. And the Warhawks have a runner in scoring position. All right, this is Nathan's third inning of work. We'll see if he can shake off some of the cobwebs here. Though he did not look rusty in that last inning for sure. Now 2 balls. Cage McCumber on deck. And Kahnawake Lahash would follow. Big opportunity for the Warhawks here to try and get back in this game. That's in there. Good pitch by Nathan. It's strike one. 2-1. That misses, and now it's 3 balls and a strike on Cade Stacy with Cage McCumber on deck. And that's ball 4. Gets away. Jordan's going to hustle in there. And it gets away, but they're going to hold them at third. Runners on the corners.
Over there.
So here's Cage McCumber with runners on the corners. And we're going to have a time called by the DDO Blue Jays as they try to plan something here on the infield. Don't forget, Mohawk Super Bingo is back and open. Want to talk about a single? We're back. Want to talk about a double? You can win in person. Want to talk a triple? Open every single day, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Want to hit for the cycle, hit a grand slam? You could still win on Zoom. Mohawk Super Bingo, the game that'll leave you wanting more than just peanuts and Cracker Jacks and probably able to afford it as well. Visit them on the 138 right before the Mercier Bridge. Open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. for your packages each and every single day. Well, the Warhawks have themselves a key position here, or a very key opportunity, down by 6. But they have runners on first and third. Nobody is out. And we'll see what the Jays have planned in the process. Here's Cage McCumber stepping in. Alex Fima in his 3rd inning of work here, trying to get his team out of a bit of a jam. Missing away, it's ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Kahnawake Lahash on deck. And that misses, and the runner's going to second. Cade Stacy makes it to second base, and the runners are on second and third now, so the force or the potential double play is out of the equation. That misses. 3-0. With Lahash coming up after this. Nobody out. Ooh, and he swings at strike 1.
When you're hungry, you're hungry.
Strike 1. And that's hit well to center. Base hit. Knocked out by the center fielder. Stacy coming home, the throw. Not in time. It's another 2-run single for Cage McCumber. I think he'll be forgiven for that non-level swing that he had on the pitch before. Cage McCumber 2 for 2, 2 singles, 4 RBIs, all 4 runs driven in for the Warhawks tonight, and it's now 8-4. And here's Kahnawake Lahash. Lays off ball 1. So Cage McCumber 2 for 2 on the evening. It's now 8-4 Blue Jays. And he hits this one foul. Oh! I don't think Ronnie Stacy's done the limbo in 30 years, but that's the closest he's come since then.
Nice try.
I was just hoping to see the Matrix there. Didn't quite get that. Not as graceful as Keanu Reeves as it's 1-1 on Lahash. Takes ball 2 in the dirt, 2 balls, 1 strike. 8-4 Blue Jays on top.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That misses outside, and the runner is going to head on. Cage has to get down here.
Stay there, stay there.
He's going to stay on second base. Just make sure he stays on. So it's a stolen base for Cage, and that takes the double play along the ground out of the equation. Or at least in terms of forces. That's in there, and it's strike 2 on Lahash. That thing hung up there forever and then dropped it to the zone. And it's fouled back, and the 7th pitch of this at-bat is coming up right now. 8-4 DDO on top of the Warhawks. Kahnawake with 2 runs in this inning. And Lahash hits this one to second. Lazor picks it up, throws, it's dropped! Lahash beats it out. And that is the first error of the ball game committed by the Blue Jays. Both teams with, according to the by the water official count, 1 error each. And here comes Gabriel. Justin Dahaway, Gabriel, runners on the corners. That pitch misses, and now the runner's going, and Lahash is in there standing up. Runners on second and third. Nobody out. Warhawks with 2 already in this inning. Foul back. And Gabriel was trying to make him max out at 5 right there with that swing. Well, if there's a player you want maybe taking that opportunity, I don't think he's a bad bet. The 1-1 coming up. Misses. 2-1. That one hops the bag.
3-1.
And it's 3 balls, 1 strike on Gabriel. I think he might have the green light to swing here if there's something good that is thrown his way. Oh, he swings! That was... Even the umpire, Cabri Mayo, called ball 4 and then realized he swung. Oh, now he's not. He's going to lay off of that. And the bases are loaded for the Warhawks. And here's Casey Delabuse lined out back in the first inning. Bases loaded, nobody out. Delabuse, Jada Norton, and Lily Barnes, the next 3 batters. 8-4 Jays. Foul back, it's 0-1. Ooh. Eight 4 DDO leading here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Warhawks knocking on the door of getting back into this game, but now it's 0-2.
2 strikes.
Here's the 0-2. And it's now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
But I'll tell you what, if that pitch was just a little bit higher, that could have been right at the knees. A4 DDO. 1-2 count coming up to Norton. And she hits this one at the center. It's over the head of the center fielder.
Run, hurry up!
And Gabriel is going to score. That's the 5th run anyway. She's out at third, but that's 5 for the Warhawks. They have maxed out. It's a 3-run triple for
Casey
and the
Dowdles.
Warhawks are back in this game. It's 8-7 as we head into the top of the 4th inning. The Warhawks are within 1. Probably. 1-0 as we resume play here in the top of the 4th inning. Warhawks trailing by a score of 8-7. After maxing out that last inning. That one hit well down the left field line. Gonzardi with a huge hit. They're going to throw it in here. Gabriel picks it up. It's a leadoff triple. Off of Delabus's come in, the hero of the last inning with the 3-run triple. So Gonzardi with a triple. And here's Jake Kramer, who has scored 2 runs, walked in the last 2nd inning, and singled and scored in the 1st. Takes ball 1 here. 1 ball, no strikes. 8-7 Blue Jays. We mentioned DDO coming in with a record of 5-3. The Warhawks 3-3-2. On the ground to third, it gets through the hole. Picked up and a run scores. It's an RBI single for Kramer, and the Jays increase the lead to 9-7. And they're hitting that basically right in the perfect spot between third and short. And then that hit down the left field line. Maybe if there was a right-handed batter, Barnes would have been in position, but because it was a lefty, kind of take her off that third baseline.
Get ready, it's gonna get there. Jackson, get ready to cover.
There's a swing and a miss for strike 1. Runner's on his horse. He will head to second. And Kramer gets to second, so that takes out the force play at second base. 9-7 Jays.
Round ball here, you wait. You ready? Here we go. Round ball, 1st and 2nd, you're right away.
Here's the pitch. Outside and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Ball away.
Did you rip it, Gabriel?
2 balls, 1 strike.
2-1. And that's not going to be in the strike zone. It's 3-1.
3-1.
Get ready.
And that's a swing and a miss. And now we've got a full count, 3-2. Revito not able to make contact with that off-speed pitch. Fouled, and now the 7th pitch of the at-bat is coming up here. That's ball 4. And runners are now on 1st and 2nd.
Come on, Data. Right, if it's on the ground, go for it.
Watch the ball out. Good hard.
Norton digging in here. Runners on first and second.
You ready, Lily?
Hit to third. Barnes picks it up and gets by and into the outfield. And everyone's aboard.
Great hit, Adam.
A slow roller,
Here we go, Andre. Watch that ball.
which stayed fair. And now the bases are loaded for the Jays with no outs. And here's Andre Valladolid, who's 0 for 1, struck out in the first and walked in the second. An RBI walk, which put up a 5th run on the board for the Jays.
Anybody?
9-7.
Here we go, Andre.
Ball 2. Oh. Two-0 coming up. That's strike 1, and it's now 2 balls and a strike. That's in there. It catches the inside corner. And it's an even count, 2-2. And that is strike 3 and a huge out. That is her.
Here we go, Brando. Brando, watch.
That's her second strikeout of the evening. And here's Brandon Kuropatkin. Looks at ball 1. Bases are loaded, 1 out. The threat far from over. But no doubt that is a very big first out of the inning. 9-7 Jays. That's a ball away.
Two balls, no strikes.
2-0. That hit him. And that is an RBI. And the 10th run of the game will score for the Jays. It's 10-7.
Base hit here, Bryce. Base hit.
Come on, guys. Great walk, Bubba.
And here's Bryce Lazar, who has walked, singled,
Here we go, Gracie. First
actually hit a double in the last inning.
You ready, Dorit? Come in a bit, Kate.
On the ground to third. It gets through to the outfield. 1 run scores. The throw home is not going to be in time. It's got out. Now they got a runner trapped. It gets to the outfield. Two-run score for the Jays. So they got 4 runs in this inning. And now it's 12-7. Foul tip, strike 1.
Alex, head on the ball. Head on. Watch the ball. Ready? Going home, Gracie. Here we go. Ground ball here, Gracie. You sure goes through or wait for this throw?
That misses the strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. One from Norton coming up. Strike 2, and it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Your eyes, Alex. 10. Here we go. Watch it. Focus. Right on the ball.
FEMA is
Ready, ready.
0 for 1 officially tonight. Flew out, has walked and scored a run. Actually, has walked twice tonight. Foul tipped off the plate.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Get ready, you guys.
Off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here we go.
Good, you drive it, Alan. Here we go now.
1 out. The 5th run of the, or potential 5th run of the innings at third for the Jays. Now we got a full count.
Full count.
By the way, first base is vacated. That's strike 3. A huge second strike. Out. And Zach Nathan is in. 0 for 3 tonight. Has popped out, grounded out, hit it to a fielder's choice, scored 1 run.
Get ready.
On the grounded foul. Strike 1.
Get ready, Kate.
Get more action coming up for you Wednesday when this same Warhawks team will be at Park LaSalle taking on the Lachine A's. Coverage starting at 7 o'clock. Hit up in the air. That's strike 2.
Be ready, infielders. You call it.
Here we go. Good hard swing.
Maybe if I was 10 years younger, I'd be climbing that, going for that ball right now, but back to the athletes on the field. It's 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
Back to the athletes instead of the washed up athletes turned pro cheeseburger eater. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two and 2 now. It's an even count. 2 outs, bases, runners on second and third.
Jade up.
On the ground to third, hits the third baseman and bounces in, and that's the 5th run. That's a 5th run.
What a hit, Zach. Good boy.
Right, gentlemen, here we go.
And the Blue Jays have gone back up by 6. It's 13-7. Heading into the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th inning. New pitcher on the mound for DDO. Kramer has come in after FEMA went 3. 13-7 Blue Jays. And there's a swing at strike 1 by Jada Norton, 24 in red. So Norton, Barnes, Brascoop, the 3 up for the Warhawks. And Norton hits this one at the shallow center. It's dropped. Oh, he caught it. What a grab at center field. And that's out 1. Rovito making the diving catch, and we'll see you on TSN's Top 10. It's just a very loud out number 1. Ball 1 to Barnes, who walked back in the 2nd. Open inning coming up, potentially. As there's a swing and a miss, strike 1, 1-1 count.
Go, Lil.
1-1.
That's a swing and miss. It's strike 2, 1 and 2, and now we got another ball that's made its way onto the field.
Go low one, Lily.
13-7 Jays leading. Upstairs and now 2-2. (13-7) in favor of the Blue Jays. And that misses, and suddenly it's a full count. And Brass Scoop's on deck. He's 0 for 2 on the evening. That's in there for strike 3, and that's a second out. And Brass Scoop will step in, as mentioned, 0 for 2 on the evening. Brass Scoop, a comebacker, gets through to the second baseman. The throw to first is in time. 1, 2, 3. Go the Hawks here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We're headed to the top of the 5th. Open inning is coming up. DDO Blue Jays 13, Kahnawake Warhawks 7. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. Welcome back. Top of the 5th inning, 13-7 in favor of the Blue Jays, leading the Kahnawake Warhawks. Strike 1 as we have a new pitcher in there. It's Kahnawake Lahash. Ganzardi, Kramer, and Ravito coming up for the Jays after they batted around back in the last inning. Strike 2, and tell you what, Lahash has brought the heat so far in the first couple of pitches. It's the open inning, so you could score as many runs as you wish, or as you can. There's no 5-run max limit, I guess is my point. 1 and 2 now. Lahash, the 3rd pitcher of the evening for the Warhawks, after Jada, Norton, and Cage McCumber. And now it's 2 and 2.
There you go, Adam. Let's go, kid.
That's strike 3, and welcome to the mound, Mr. Lahash. This game brought to you by Mohawk Super Bingo, back and open. Come pick up your packages 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you can't make it, if you don't want to make it, don't worry. We're still doing our Zoom bingos. So 1 down here in the top of the 5th inning. It's the open inning. Blue Jays 13, Warhawks 7. 1 down. Warhawks will be in action Wednesday night. We'll have that for you. That's ball 1 to Kramer, who is 2 for 2 on the evening, but has scored 3 runs. Oh, Norton's moved to second. Jada Norton's moved to second. Jordan Norton at first. Cade Stacy looks like at short. Justin Dahaway Gabriel at third. Here's the pitch, and it misses. 2-0 on Kramer. That's off the plate, 3 balls. That's strike one at the knees. It's 3-1. Had to feel good for Lahash. But that's ball 4, and there is a runner aboard for the Jays. Huh? That's in there for strike 1. New batter in the game for the Jays. It's Ravito. 2 for 2 on the night. Has walked and has singled and doubled. Runner on first. That misses. Jays are up by 6, so no steal. Lahash sets. And there's a swing and a miss.
Gabriel, that's not your swing. Hands ready. You decide you hit it hard.
2 strikes.
Hard swing.
Ravito kind of caught in between letting it go and swinging, and the result is a second strike. And that misses. 2-2.
Good, you rip it, Gabriel. Corey, be ready.
Go, Gabriel, you got this.
Upstairs and high, and now it's a full count, 3-2. 13-7 Blue Jays. That's ball 4. And here's Kierman, who is 1 for 2, has walked, struck out, singled, and scored a run, and has also driven 2 in, or driven 1 in. Actually, 0 for 1, I believe, on the night. Strike 1. Has walked, was hit by a pitch, and has struck out. 0-1. Right down Broadway, strike 2, 0-2. Lahash sets, ahead in the count, 0-2. That's outside, ball 1. You could see the smoke behind that pitch. Sonagete Lahash has thrown heat, got a strikeout, but has walked each of the last 2 batters. But ahead in the count, 1-2. (13-7) Blue Jays. That's strike 3 and a second strikeout of the inning for Lahash. And here's Valladolid, who will step in. 0 for 2 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. And Lahash swings as through something a little off speed there. Valladolid expecting a fastball and thrown something a little more finesse by Lahash for strike 1. That's ball 1, 1-1. If the Warhawks can get this out, you figure with that part of the lineup coming up, where they had 5 runs scored, I mean, there's a pulse there. But obviously, that's not even an issue right now. You have to get this out. It's 2-1. Runners on first and second for the Jays. That's upstairs. And Mahash has to get one in that strike zone right now.
That ball, Andre. Watch it now. You hit it hard.
Brandon
Ready.
Koropathkin on deck for the Jays. That's ball 4. And the bases for the Blue Jays are now loaded. Koropathkin steps in. No official, or one official at bat struck out, but 2 walks and 2 runs scored. And a walk would increase the gap here. But that catches the inside corner, and it's strike 1. Rosanagete Lahash. Ahead in the count, 0-1. That's outside, and it's now an even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ooh, that's a little upstairs, and it's 2-1. 13-7 Blue Jays. That's upstairs, and now it's 3-1. 3 walks and 2 strikeouts for the Jays in this inning. No hits. But they're 1 ball away from making this a 6-run game. That's ball 4, and it's an RBI for Koropathkin. That's his 2nd run driven in via a walk. And the Blue Jays now lead 14-7. Bresazar's in. He is 2 for 2. 2 doubles and a walk. He's scored a run and has driven in 3. That's ball 1, 1-0. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Ooh, that was really close.
No strike.
Lazar ducking out of the way of that. 14-7. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Jays a 7-run lead. That's ball 4, and it forces another run in for the Blue Jays. And the bases remain loaded as Alex Fima steps in. 2 walks, a fly out, and a strikeout. 0 for 2 officially on the night with 1 run scored. 15-7 Blue Jays. And now it's 1-0. And that hits the bat. Oh. Strike 1. But that one's upstairs. Welcome back to the hospital ball field. Last chance for the Warhawks. Ball one to Jackson Norton. On the last play, there was a force out at home, so the Blue Jays did score 2.
Be ready.
Jackson Norton up the mount to third. It's going to be a tough play. The long throw. Safe at first. Good hustle by Norton, and he gets to first base, and the Warhawks have plenty of work to do here, but still 3 outs to play with as Jordan Norton digs in. He's 0 for 1, has grounded out and walked. Over here, this is the open inning. 15-7 Jays on top of the Warhawks.
Gabriel, move over a bit. Okay. Wait, hold on.
And we got a
Andre, back.
Move over towards Gabriel. More. Okay, here we go, Gabriel. Zach, come on.
and the runner's going to go back as there's a swing and a miss by Norton. Meanwhile, one of the cars in right field just had the brights turn on. It's the danger here at the hospital ballpark late at night. That's strike 2 on Jordan. It's 0-2.
Be ready. Cover your back, guys. Cover your back, Alex. Here we go. Ready.
There's the 0-2 coming up from Kramer. Well, that was pretty close to us. Hope you enjoyed your up-close and personal view back home. 0-2. Actually, that came close to the baby seat. That's where I was pushing my daughter Friday night. I always made sure I watched the play. As Norton hits this one right to second. Now the throw, it's going to get it to the outfield. And runners are on the corners. And now the runner's going to second. And the runner scores away. Well, some clever base running. And the Warhawks got one. 15-8. It's an RBI single extended into a double, I guess. As there's a swing and a miss for Cade Stacy, strike 1. He has walked twice and scored twice, hoping that trend continues.
Down and ready. Here we go.
Ball 1-1. Cage McCumber on deck for the Hawks. 15-8.
Brando, you don't look like you're covering your back here. Be ready. Here we go.
That's right at the knees. It's 1-2.
Ready.
That's in there. Catches the inside corner. Strike 3. 1 down. And Cage McCumber is up here. 2 for 2 on the day with 2 singles, a run scored, and 4 runs driven in. Check swing. Did not go around. It's 1-0. He's having himself quite an evening, to say the least. But needs to keep it up for his team to get back in it. And he is behind this one, swinging a hot stick. Fortunately, the hot stick did not make contact. It's 1-1. Ball away, 2-1. So they get the Lahash on deck for the Hawks. Ball 3. Jordan Norton at second. He's got a lot of speed, so a shot to the outfield probably, or Has a chance anyway of getting him home, unless it's caught, of course. That's ball 4 and a walk for McCumber, who's the board for the 3rd time tonight. And here comes Rosanagete Lahash. Has driven in a run, has walked, and has scored. He's 1 for 1 on the evening. And he hits a bouncer. And the force was on, and I'll tell you what, that was mere centimeters away from sending us home. Norton forced out, and this is the final out of the evening for the Warhawks. It's Rasun Dahaway Gabriel.
Andre, back up. More.
Ball 1, 1-0 on Gabriel. Off the plate, 2 balls, no strikes on Gabriel. Casey Delaboost on deck. 1 for 2 on the evening with that 3-run home run back in the 3rd inning. And that one smacked. It's fair. It's fair down the first base line. 1 run scores. Now they're all going, and they're all going to make it. Rasun Dahaway Gabriel, a 3-run home run. And it's now 15-11. The Warhawks are within 4. And here is Delaboost, who hit a 3-run triple. Actually, the home run would not have counted anyway because it was a max out at 5. So 15-11. Blue Jays leading. Delaboost has hit the ball really hard twice tonight. Once was caught. And the other, of course, you've seen that 3-run triple. Rasun Dahaway Gabriel with the 3-run home run to give the Warhawks a pulse. It's 15-11, but there's 2 outs in the final inning here.
You hit it over your head the last time.
1-1. Jada Norton, Lily Barnes, the next 2 batters, if it gets to them. And it's foul tipped. Strike 2, 1-2. And Jay Kramer 1 strike away from ending this evening and closing the door on the Hawks. That's strike 3. And that is going to send us home. The Warhawks had the bats wake up, but unfortunately the defense not up to par this evening as Kahnawake falls to 3-4-2. The Blue Jays get to 6-3. Time for our game MVP, rented by the Mohawk Super Bingo. And tonight, 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored, 4 runs driven in. Number 39, Cage McCumber, he's your game MVP. Warhawks falling, however, by a final score tonight of 15-11 against the DDO Blue Jays. We'll be back in action Wednesday night. We'll have the coverage for you starting at 7 o'clock when the Warhawks take on the 1-5-2 Lachine A's. I'm Brandon Bordeaux for Baby Blue Memories. Once again, your final score is the DDO Blue Jays 15, the Kahnawake Warhawks 11. We're out from the hospital ball field on Agiwahi.